The past, the present, and the future. Those are three moments that we live in our life. And something that I've learned from my trip across the United States, something that I learned from battling my depression, and something that I learned from studying A Course in Miracles is that the past and the future are just illusions. Meaning the past is no longer real. The future is no longer real. The present moment is the only reality that we have. And if you think about that and break that down, everything that's happened in our past, you can't touch it, you can't manipulate it, you can't change it, you can't do anything about it. It's happened. It's done. It's gone. The only place it lives is right here in our mind. It's just an illusion. It's the things that we're replaying in our head. They're thoughts here. The only place the past lives is right here. And oftentimes though, we go to our past and we start replaying things. And then all of a sudden it might stop us from taking action on something. It might cause some fear. Or we might celebrate in it too much and then we're not taking action in the moment. But the past often can hold us back if we don't utilize it the right way. The same with the future. The future is not real. It hasn't happened yet. We can't see the future. You don't have a DeLorean, you can't travel into the past or travel into the future. You can't go and see what is going to happen. The only place they live is right here in our mind. We replay the what if this happens, what if that happens? Oh, this is probably gonna happen because it happened before. None of that has happened yet. We can't touch it, we can't feel it, we can't manipulate it because it's not here, it's not real. Again, it only lives here. The only moment that is real is right now, the present moment. And often we don't do a good enough job being in that present moment. We've got to be in that moment because our actions now are going to create more actions. Our actions now are going to create and manifest our future. But we have to take the actions now. We have to show up now. We can't be living in the past. We can't be living in the future. Now, I think all three have a ton of value in our life. The past is the best place to learn lessons because there are things that happened, right? Now, if we let those illusions run wild and then create things without us actually thinking about them and having clarity around them, then they're going to cause issues. But what I do and I believe is a great strategy to use the past to take action in the present moment is to reflect. Why did I win? Why did I lose? What am I going to do about it? Right? If I lost, how am I going to do something different? How am I going to make a change? If I won, how am I going to replay that? How am I going to do that again? Right? So we can learn lessons from the past. That's why we have history class in school, because we can learn so much about the past to now do something about it in the future and about in the present. And then in the future, when I start thinking about the future, it's great for motivation. It's great for creating intentional action now, right? I can't be living in the future of the what if, but I can think about the things that I want. I can think about my life in the future. What is it gonna be like? Here's my dreams, here's my goals. What does it look like when I reach those? What am I doing to make those happen? I can think about those and I create so much motivation. And a strategy that I use to really be forward thinking and think into the future, because it's so powerful when we do that, is I actually have a 10-minute audio of me talking about my future to myself. And it's, I'm getting off the airplane, I'm jumping in my G-Wagon, I'm driving up to my house in Silverleaf in Scottsdale, Arizona. I detail the house. What does it look like? I walk in, I see my wife, I see the kids, they're playing, I hear the noises, I feel the noises. Here's what I'm doing for work. I just got done with this client. Here's the people I'm working with. We're gonna go to the pool. Like, it's a Thursday at noon, I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm replaying that. That gets me juiced up, that gets me pumped up. Now I take that and I pull it into the now. What am I gonna do now to make that a reality? All of a sudden I'm creating intentional actions now that serve me. Love that practice. I use it in the morning and sometimes I even use it in the present moment, which gets me to now. How do we create that intentional action? How do we learn the lessons, create the intentional action? How do we create the motivation, create the intentional actions? We set in our intention, right? So 5 minutes before a meeting, I set a calendar reminder, right? And it just says set the intention. And I think about, how do I wanna show up right now? If I'm working with someone else, I have a meeting with someone else, how do they need me to show up, right? So what actions am I taking? What energy do I wanna have? How do I wanna speak? How do I wanna act? What do I wanna be doing? And all of a sudden, I'm thinking about my future. I'm thinking about the things that I want. It gets me motivated. I might go back into reflection mode and think about, last time I did this well, do it again. Last time I did this, I struggled, let's change that, make something different. But it's taking actions now, right? So if you use that process every day where you reflect at some point, you set the intentions in the present moment, and you do something to think about the future, you're gonna create that motivation for intentional action. So that's my strategy. Hopefully you guys can utilize it. I love it. Again, don't get stuck in any of these moments. I like to think of past. I drop in and I come right back out. Drop in, learn what I need to learn, drop back in the present moment. Future, I drop in, get motivated, get excited, drop back into the intentional motion or intentional action right now in this moment. Because again, this is the only time, I can actually do something that's gonna have an impact right now. The only time that's not just living here. It's what my eyes are seeing are actually happening, right? So take that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that.